moment. So yes, people are zombies. They're becoming zombies, and I'm hoping to wake them up from their slumber.
You're going to love this one. Please, George, no name, no city, no state. So I'm not going to. George, are you sitting down for this, Stuart, or are you standing?
I'm sitting.
All right. My niece is a Rothschild and was born with webbed feet. My spouse's sibling married into the family and explained that it wasn't a big deal, an anomaly that happens to the family once in a while, but I've always wondered. What do you think of that?
Well, it makes perfect sense to me.
There you go. Maybe proof, huh?
Yes.
That's it. That is weird. Okay, let's go back to the phones. Let's go to our West of the Rockies line. You're on with Stuart on Coast to Coast. Hi there.
Yes, this is Greg Ryan. I've been a long-time listener, about 10 years.
Well, thank you, Greg.
Oh, sure. I was wondering how angels would play into all this.
Yes, I actually write about this in my Healer's Handbook, and I call it an angelic hierarchy, which is part of our energetic structure, so that within our totality as a soul personality and as an oversoul, there are what I call angelic levels, which is really an energetic level, which is on the higher path towards the God mind. So within each of us is this ability to be angelic-like, and we can tap into that. And I actually teach exercises, visualizations, where we can tune in to the frequencies of the angelic hierarchy within each of us.
Yes, I see. So I had an NDE, near-death experience, and it changed my life. I believe I went before the God light, the God force, and it just it was incredible. And I was told that love, we were here to learn to love. You know, love is the answer, basically.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes, unconditional love and acceptance is absolutely paramount to everything that exists.
You've heard about Mothman, right? The Mothman story?
Yes.
Might that have been a reptilian?
No, that was actually a genetic hybrid program that escaped from a base underneath West Virginia.
Oh, you got to tell me about that.
Well, the government for many years has been creating what is called chimeras, which are mixtures of species. They take genetics of one species, mix it with another. They do this in many locations, one of which was under a base in West Virginia. They also do it in Plum Island, which is off the coast of Montauk and Long Island.
Right.
And they have been doing it in various locations in the western United States as well. And so, yes, the Mothman was nothing more than one of these creatures that escaped from one of the holding pens.
That's an incredible story. So where is Mothman now?
Well, these creatures exist in these places under the earth. They could be anywhere where they're holding these chimeras or experimenting with them. We're now seeing on the conventional media stories where they're actually telling you about what they create. Mice with human ears, cows with human genetics. They're telling you
the cat and rabbit chimera.
Yeah.
We've heard about that, right?
Well, I don't know if those are valid or not, but they have really mixed genetics of everything you can imagine, animals with insects, insects with humans, you name it. And in fact, a lot of the plants that we consume are chimera because some of the corn, some of the other vegetables have human genetics in it and insect genetics in them.
Okay, let's go to our East of the Rockies line. It's your turn. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. Where are you calling from, hon?
I'm sorry, Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Okay, go ahead.
And there's a million questions I could ask, but if I can only ask one, it would be, is the general population that lives underground, are they as unaware of us as we are of them, or do they all know about us?
Okay, all population that is underground, and I'm assuming that you're talking about the inner earth, not just underground bases.
Right, exactly, sorry.
Yeah, they are aware of what's on the surface, absolutely, because they know that they live inside of the planet, and they know there is an outside of the planet, and this is part of their culture anyway.
Wow. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, simple enough, and thank you very much as well. Let's go to our wild card line. Wild card 3, you're on Coast to Coast. Hi there.
Hi there.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Well, he's gone. Let's go to our wild card 2, you're on Coast to Coast. Hi.
Hi, yeah. I'm here. This is Marie in New York City.
Okay.
Thank you for a great program. I wanted to ask two questions. First, there's supposed to be a big government mind control program in the mountains underneath Virginia Tech, and it's the Black something mountains. I can't think of the right name, but the mountains underneath Virginia Tech is supposed to be a big government center that does mind control, and that would explain the whole thing that happened there. And also, the Pleiadians, are they from this Lyrian system that you talked about?
What was that name again, please?
The Pleiadians from the Pleiadian star system.
I'll go to the first question. Yes, you're absolutely correct. That area of Virginia is an NSA and CIA training ground, and Virginia Tech is a known recruitment center for those organizations. And that entire incident was an example of vigilante programming activation. And for your second question, Pleiadians, that is a very big topic, and sometimes when I talk about it, it upsets people who are involved in the New Age. But a lot of the information out there about Pleiadians is not exactly correct. It's government-sponsored information as a diversion. Yes, there are Pleiadian beings. However, they are not natural to that star system. The Pleiadian star system is actually younger than our own solar system, and no life evolved there naturally. They are basically Lyrian refugees, and I think that might have been what you were asking.
Yeah, if they were associated with the Lyrian system in some way.
Yes, that is correct. They are, absolutely.
Is that Lyrian system, is that a galaxy, or is that just a solar system within our galaxy?
Oh, yeah, it's a solar system within our galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
and hey, thank you so much for the deprogramming mission you're on, because people
Good
really need a giant wake-up call.
Thank you.
Well, wake-up call indeed, Stuart, it is. And what kind of emails do you get after a program like this from people? Of course, this may be a first for you.
I get hundreds per day anyway, but of course, after I do a radio show or a TV show, I get a lot of emails from people who have had experiences and are looking for help and never knew that there was a place they could go to get it. Because, you can't just go in the phone book and look up for a deprogrammer. That's something that, again, is technically not allowed in this country, because in order to allow deprogramming, they have to admit that programming exists.
Good point. First-time caller line. Take it away. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I have a question about, earlier you had mentioned the Atlanteans.
Yes.
And how they had created chimeras. And, for example, you had mentioned the dolphin hybrids.
Yes.
And the connection with autistics. And I was wondering if you had any illumination on the subject of werewolves in that vein.
Yes, and in fact, there actually are documented cases about werewolves, especially in Western Europe. These are leftover Atlantean experiments as well, where they mixed human genetics with wolf genetics to create these hybrids who can shapeshift between. There are many famous cases of this in France and especially in Great Britain, some of them as recently as the 1960s and 70s. So yes, these things do exist, and a lot of genetics in humanity that would be considered animalistic are throwbacks to those hybrid experiments in Atlantis.
Oh, I'd love to get one of these 50-50 reptilians and do some testing on them, Stuart, huh?
Well, that would be interesting.
I wonder if they would stand for it.
Probably not.
No, I would agree. So they hear you on a program like this. Do they want to get to you?
Oh, they always try to get to me one way or another. My life isn't easy or simple. And so we're always being attacked one way or another, whether it's, some kind of name-calling or accusations. And, if you Google my name, I'm on about 12,000 different websites. and not all of them are friendly to me.
Well, hey, that happens. I'm sometimes in the same boat. Stuart, thank you so much for a phenomenal program. You are considered a regular guest on Coast to Coast AM. Okay. For Steve Carr, Dan Galante, Tom Danheiser, Lisa Lyon, Lex Lonehood, Sean Ladassour, Ross Mitchell, Alan Corbett, Stephanie Smith, Ian Punnett, and Mr. Art Bell, I'm George Norrie. Somewhere out there on Coast to Coast AM, we shall see you on our next edition. Until then,